Praise the name of Jesus. Just a really quick video to show a couple of things. I made the video where I was looking at the 29th and the 30th of March. I probably didn't realise at the time that it was actually a new moon on the 29th, and it's actually a partial solar eclipse, which I'll just show you in a minute. But I'll just come back, because I'm using Reaper Man's timeline for the Passover and the day Jesus went to the cross. And he's looking at the 16th as an extremely high watch day. This is the day of equal parts. And I just want to show you something. It says there that moonrise is 7:52 on that day, 7:52 p.m. So now I'm going to go to Stellarium. Okay, this is resetting, which it does sometimes. Only take a second. Sometimes when I switch back over to it, it'll do that. Okay, so I want the moon. And that's where it is now. Well, I'll just make sure it's in real time. Yeah, that's where it is. That's where the moon is right now. And it's just coming out. Still in Virgo, but it's going to be coming out. It's actually going to be back in Virgo again in the middle of March there. Now that's where I'm going to go and show you now. On the 18th. So I want March and 16. So it's returned to Virgo. 7:52 p.m. And look at that, it's lined right up with Spica. Probably not perfect. Now it's not going to be covering Spica, but as you'll see, because that's called an occultation when it covers, and this is Israel times. So as you can see Spica. You'll actually should see the name Spica appear. There it is. As you zoom out, you can see when it's a proper occultation, that will still be covering when you zoom out. But look how it's lined up there. So I thought that it's very rare for something like that to happen, that it's moonrise and it's lining up with spikes. I just thought that was interesting. And this is on Reaper Man's really high watch day, the 16th. As you can see there, 16th. About 8 minutes to 8 at night. Now I'm going to show you something. Those 2 days that I was looking at, the 29th and the 30th, the 29th being the Passover, the Last Supper, and then Jesus went to the cross on the 30th. I made a video pointing out how the moon will be in Pisces, the fish, for both those days. And then I went one way, back in time, the amount of days that Jesus was on the earth, and it was in Pisces for both those 2 days, and back the other way, and it was in Pisces there for 2 days. How does that happen? And anyway, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you this eclipse that's going to happen. Now this is a partial eclipse. It does look like, so a lunar eclipse is where the sun is being eclipsed by the moon. And what I can do, something I didn't realise I could do some time back, I can turn off atmosphere and I don't get that interference of when it's in daylight. And there you see, that's what's going to occur on the 29th. Just bring that back. probably where it's sort of at its best there somewhere. And that's half-past 2. It's about 6:30 odd. So that's the 29th. And as you can see, if you go into the 30th, the other day of interest, it's still in Pisces. And I went backwards in time, the amount of days that Jesus was on the earth, for both the 29th and the 30th, and it's in Pisces for those 2 days, lining up with that amount of time. And then I went forward in time from those 2 days, the 29th and the 30th, and once again, it was in Pisces for those 2 days. The amount of days that Jesus was on the earth, which Reaper Man worked out and didn't have any use for himself. He said he didn't know what to do with it, but someone might find it useful. So there are lots of high watch days coming up here, and that's where I hope we go before. I hope we go tomorrow. But if the 16th passes, and Repo Man's also looking at up to 10 days after that, so 16th to the 26th, and my super high watch days are the 29th and the 30th. Okay, that's all I've got.